to Craft and Chat. It's Tuesday the 14th of July. I'm Amanda Fowler. This is Inspiring Inkin. Welcome, welcome. If you have just arrived, can you send me a comment or some hearts, other things like that? If you're watching the replay either on YouTube or on my blog, you won't be able to see the comments, but I will do my very best to read them out so you know what I'm responding to. So I'm just going to check on my iPad to see if I'm live in the right place and all of those kinds of things. It's a bit slow today. Oh, yeah. No, we're good. I'm a bit low. Okay, I'm in a new room. Right, let me just turn the volume down. So I'm going to turn this so I can see you. I am going to share it. Crafting. Oh, bear with me. I'm just sharing this in the Inspiring Inkin Crafting Corner group. Doesn't want to give me the option today. Okay, I'll have to do that afterwards. Unless somebody on here can do that for me. Okay, so who have we got here? Lynn, Michelle, Chris, Gemma, Roz, Maureen, Michelle, Christine. Okay, so yes, I'm in a different room. This is actually the redecorated room. This was Kimberly's room, and we are still in the process of decorating it. The wallpaper's up, the walls are done, but we need to get a bed and various other things. But obviously, you guys that have been around for a while know I've been filming in the study, which is a small room at the front of the house. But Brian and I share that room sort of in this COVID crazy world that we're in. And on a Tuesday, normally he goes into his office and he sort of strips out the office so I can use it for filming and for doing my lives. And this week, he's not going to the office. So I've been thinking about trying to film upstairs. So potentially you'll see me in this room and in Connor's old room as well, as I'm trying different things. So I did try and think carefully about what I was going to wear so I didn't actually fight with the wallpaper. So I did have one of my crazy star print shirts on just before I went live, and I thought, no, I better not wear that. Okay, so who's here? Who else has arrived? Nicola's arrived, Belinda's here, Carol's here, Christine, thank you for sharing, and Janice is here as well. Awesome. So how are we today? How is your world? What have you been doing since last we spoke? Let me grab my cup of tea. And you can tell me all the things. So have you been out? Where have you been? Who have you seen? Have you had your hair cut? I've still got another 10 days to go for my haircut. It's kind of difficult though, isn't it? So whilst you're putting your comments in, I'll kind of give you a little update of what's been going on in my world. A few of you have noticed, because I've had a few emails, I haven't posted on my blog or on my social media since Wednesday last week. That's like a week. Yeah, it's been a funny old week in many ways. So as I told you last Tuesday, Connor has moved to Sheffield. So Brian and I have an empty nest. But then on Wednesday, Kimberly and her partner Dom arrived. So they were here from Wednesday through till really late on Saturday. So I have been working, but I've also been hanging out with them too, and I'm a bit shattered. How are you guys doing? I don't know. I feel like I need a holiday. I feel, yeah, I definitely need some sun on my bones, and it's raining currently. But yeah, I am really exhausted. So I decided that I was just going to just do the urgent and important, so the answering of the emails and the craft kits. So they all went in the post today for Craft Along next week. They went in the post first class. I got caught up with birthday cards and anniversary cards and things for my customers and my team. And I gave myself permission just to kind of hang out with Kim and Dom. So I did that, and they went on Saturday, and it's now Tuesday, and I still haven't done a blog post. But I thought that you'll be okay for one more day, and I'll do the replay of this tomorrow, Wednesday, and then we'll get back into the normal routine. So I'm kind of hoping that's okay. So let's have a look at see what you've been up to. Christine's saying she's been finding it really tough. She's desperate for a haircut and a reflexology session. Oh yes, Christine, I would love a reflexology session. Oh, that'd be amazing. Coffee with friends. Well, grab a coffee now. You are with friends now. Chris is planning something away for the end of next year. Too many things on your bucket list. Oh, Janet's granddaughter's arrived, but apparently she was a bit stubborn and made everybody wait an extra day, but she's healthy and perfect. That is such good news, isn't it? Isn't it lovely that, you know, we're babies are being born and normal things are carrying on. Empty nest syndrome is shattering. I will get used to it. Yeah, but you see, my nest wasn't empty for like 4 days because it was full again. But it is kind of weird. But also I'm liking the fact that maybe I can get my videos set up in here. Done. Hi Emma. Ooh, so Roz's grand twins arrived for a visit. She got her hair cut and coloured, but it felt really claustrophobic wearing a mask for 3 hours. Oh yeah, Roz. Yeah, that's going to be tricky, isn't it? I did see, sort of, as I was flitting backwards and forwards, that they're going to be bringing in the UK wearing a mask in all shops. But to be fair, Brian and I have been doing that anyway, as a kind of general rule. But 3 hours for us, that's a long time. Yeah, so I haven't seen any other news other than that. I know kind of we've usually got our international friends here, so we're all in different states of lockdown. Yeah, Christine. Yeah, I knew what you meant. That's fine. Right. So the other good thing about me filming upstairs is it means I can do my videos on different days of the week. Not craft and chat, because Tuesday at 2 seems to work, but my YouTube videos and stuff. So I won't have to do that on a Tuesday. And the other good thing is it's upstairs. So I have to go up and down the stairs. So, you know, that's got to be a good thing. That's like a mini workout with all the stuff, carrying the stuff up and down. So that's really cool. Right. Oh, Amanda's here. Kim's here. Hi, Kim. Yeah, Chris says it makes us appreciate those that are medics and healthcare professionals and stuff that are wearing masks all the time. Makes you really appreciate them and what they're doing. Ros saying that she won't be able to see to do her shopping, her glasses steam up. So, Ros, Kim made me some masks and they've got a wire in them, and you press the wire really close to your nose like that and then it doesn't steam up your glasses as much. The other thing you can do is get a folded up piece of tissue along the top edge, and then that kind of absorbs the moisture from your breath a little bit. So try that, because obviously your glasses steaming up, yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Brilliant. Okay, so what things have I got to tell you today? I'm thinking. Oh, the catalogues have arrived. So the autumn winter catalogues arrived today. But we don't go live with the catalogue till the 4th of August. So they will probably go out next week, middle to late next week. So look out for those. If you've purchased from me in the last 12 months, then you'll automatically get a catalogue. If you haven't and you're not... try and say that again. If you haven't and you would like to shop with me, then just send me a message, and I need all your contact details, your address, phone number, email, that kind of stuff, and then I'll get one in the post to you. If you shop with another demonstrator, please just ask them for a catalogue. They will have them and they will be very happy to let you have a catalogue. So that's the 4th of August, so it's not the 1st. I know we always think everything starts at the beginning of the month, but it starts on the 4th of August. And currently, great time to shop, because for every £45 that you spend, you get a £4.50 voucher. So that's like the equivalent of 10% back, and then you can spend that in August. And since there's going to be lots of yummy stuff coming in August, then it's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Oh, so Ros, Christine says that the tissue idea works. I did try it before I had the special wired ones. Yeah, so that's really good. Okay, so what do I have to share with you today? I have some cards that have been sent to me, and I thought I'd share those with you, because who doesn't love Happy Post? I just love getting things in the post. So if you want to ever send me a card, I would love that. It's lovely, isn't it? You know, the postman comes and you run to the door and it's all bills. So it's just nice to get random cards through the post. Marion's saying her pre-orders arrived today. That's really cool. Yeah, mine has arrived. I haven't even touched it yet. I've checked that everything is there that should be there, but I haven't checked it yet. Oh, yes, that was something that I needed to tell you. So the catalogue goes live on the 4th of August. So Craft and Chat on the 4th of August will obviously be all new products and a bit of a walkthrough of the catalogue. And I'll be doing the same as I did for the last catalogue launch, so it'll be 3 days. So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday at 2 o'clock. And you'll see me 3 times live that week. So that's the 4th, 5th and 6th of August. So yeah, so you need to know that. Okay, so let me grab these cards and show you. So what do we have here? Okay, so so this one is from from Liz Hockley. She is our new demonstrator development manager. She was just sending me a thank you. I'm going to hold it up quite close to the camera so you can actually see it. So that's that one. And I love that because it's a really simple card. It's patterned paper. It's just really pretty. And then this one, you might have seen this one on my Instagram a few days ago. Again from Liz. This was actually celebrating that we should be in Maui. So obviously everyone's travel plans and holiday plans have been cancelled, but right now I should have still been in Maui. So I think maybe that's why I'm feeling a bit blur at the moment, because I should be in Maui. Okay, so this one is from a lovely lady called Val Peacock. It's really, really pretty. What she's done is she has embossed patterned paper. So my screen, can you all still see me? My screen just went a bit weird. Right, I'm just going to pause a second, refresh my page. Can you, if you can still hear and see me, can you just put a comment in, please? Yeah, I've got some thumbs up. Okay, right. I don't know what happened there. That was strange. Because this is the other thing about being in a different room. I'm terrified of, strange things happening. Awesome. Okay. So, so Val Peacock sent me this. Now, you may remember a few... I'm just thinking when it was. A few craft and chats ago, I did an inlaid embossing where we punched out shapes and then we embossed it. Well, what Val's done is she's actually embossed the patterned paper, which is really beautiful. It's really lovely. So thanks, Val, for that. Got a lovely, lovely card here. This is from Sally, who's one of my team. I love linen threads, one of my favourite things. So that's really cool. We've got this one, and this one came with a letter and all sorts. And this is from Lorna, which is really, really pretty. So thank you very much, Lorna. And then this one arrived today, actually, from Jenny, one of my team, which is really pretty. This is the Season of Flowers papers, and this is the new green, Just Jade, which is really lovely. I love this sort of little tag and tied bit, which is really pretty. There you go. So, lots of lovely cards to share. Okay, and everyone's saying I'm loud and clear. So that is really good. Okay, so I am going to get the camera turned around and share with you the techniques and stuff that I'm doing today. I've got a few things to show you in the catalogue as well. So bear with me a second whilst I just cover you over, so I don't make you seasick. Ta-da-da. To move my iPad. Turn you around. Okay. Right, so let's see. hoping that you will be able to see my catalogues on my desk, and we've got plenty of light on the subject. Right, let me just move those over there. Put my iPad. Oh, it's all right, I've got wires everywhere. Let's see. Right, let's see. Oh, okay, I think we're all good. I'm going to pull this down a bit and move you over a little bit. Right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I think the grid paper is all in shop now, so that's good. Hi Brenda, thanks for joining. How are you doing, Brenda? I haven't seen you for a while. Okay, so I've got a couple of things to show you from the catalogue, and I just wanted to talk about them. So normally our ink pads come like this. So this is our standard size ink pad. But brought back into the autumn winter catalogue are these Stampin' Spots. Now in the beginner brochure, Make Beautiful Things brochure, you can buy 2 Stampin' Spots, £5.50, and that's these 2. And these are 2 of the new colours. So Magenta Madness and Just Jade. And then in the annual catalogue, we have got these. So this is a full set. No, it's a set of 8. Now you've got 2 colours from Regals. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brights and 1 basic grey, so you've got a neutral in there as well. So if you look at the colours, it's a really good range of colours. So they're £22, and that's where they are. They're on page 147 in the catalogue. And then we also have uninked Stampin' Spots. So you get 5 of those for £8.25. So you can do, what you can do with these is put whatever colour of ink that you want on them. So if you don't think that you want a full-size ink pad, then you know, you can use that. Okay, so let me just, I'm going to take one out and just show you, because there's a couple of hints and tips I want to show you. So the first thing is, there is a paper label all the way over the top and to the back, and it is perforated on one side. But what I do is I take my snips and I run my snips in between, so along in between the top and the base, and it isn't always, I don't know if you can see, it isn't always where the perforations are. So because I don't like a raggedy bit of sticky label. And then I do the same on the other side. Ooh, try and go straight, because you know that helps. Let's try. Okay. Okay, so then the top will just pop back on. Now, one ink pad can look very similar to the next ink pad, particularly some of the darker greens and blues. So what I will do is I will put the colour in Sharpie marker underneath, so then I know which colour it is. Now you might be saying to me, or you might be thinking, well, Amanda, why would I need a tiny ink pad as opposed to an enormous ink pad? Well, tiny ink pads can get into tiny places. So if you have got the Stamparatus and you just want to ink a certain area of a stamp, that's great. If you've got words, so, you know, if you've got like this happy birthday here, which I use a lot, you can use it to ink up one colour and then ink up the happy in a different colour. So they work really well. They are slightly different to our normal ink pads because these are felt. So our normal ink pads are foam, these are felt, so they're a bit tougher, and a great thing, the great way to use them is to hold them and tap onto the stamp. I would show you how to ink them up on the stamp, but I've come upstairs with no acrylic blocks. So there will be no stamping today, and that's okay because the technique that I'm using actually doesn't necessitate stamping at all, but I will have to finish off the cards with sentiments later. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about these stamping spots? So this colour collection is Real Red, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Basic Grey, Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Grape, Flirty Flamingo and Shaded Spruce. So that's a really nice set as well. I actually had, one of my customers actually bought this the other day. She hadn't got many Stampin' Up! Ink pads, and her theory was she could get this 8 for the same price as 3 larger pads. So, you know, so that worked for her, and it just meant then that she could play around with whichever colours that she liked to do her stamping. Okay, so any questions about the Stampin' Spots? Okay, so I'm going to be doing a card in a little while using this embossing folder. Now, I missed this embossing folder in the catalogue. How did I miss this? This is a Dandelion embossing folder, and this is what it does. Isn't that awesome? Really lovely. I don't know how I missed it, because normally I buy all the embossing folders because I love embossing folders. But yeah, I missed it. So I am going to be making a card with this in a little while, but I want to show you the technique first on some different ones, because then we can have a bit of fun. So Roz is pleased that the ink spots are back because she loves them. And Judy, yes, the refill works on those, even though it's not foam. Yeah, the ink refill works perfectly. Okay, so first up, I have got this one. This is the Brick and Mortar embossing folder. And if you've not seen this, it is stunning. So it's got the brick pattern over the whole thing, but you can see that some of the bricks are more heavily embossed than others. It's just like a brick wall. It's just brilliant. Okay, so the technique that I'm going to do today, you can do with any of your embossing folders. It works really well to highlight areas and do all sorts of things with them, but it's a bit of the luck of the draw. You will get all sorts of different colours and effects. So what I suggest you do is emboss loads of bits of cardstock and play around with your colours and things. So I've got 3 different ones to show you before I actually go ahead and make the card, so you can see the different ways it works. So yeah, and I've got ink on my fingers already. So this is probably a bit of a messy technique as well. So I've got 3 colours. So I've got crumb cake, I've got soft suede, and I have got Cajun craze. And it's called, oh, well, I don't know what it's called, but what I call it is ink pad drag. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag the ink pad down the embossing. Now, you can kind of go top to bottom, you can go side to side, which is what I'm going to do on this brick one. Start with your lightest first. Don't worry about it because it might look a mess, but when it's dry, it'll look lovely. Okay? And the thing to do is go really, really lightly. And with your ink pads, there's the finger hold here. So this edge is the edge that you want to put down and pull backwards. Because if you try and do it here, you've got a lot of plastic before you get to the ink pad, so you want to start here. Val's just arrived. Hi Val. I showed everyone your card earlier. You missed it. This one. I think this one. Yeah, this one. Thank you for sending it to me. You're very lovely. Right. So we've got this edge. You're going to put it on your grid paper and then pull gently across. Look. Like that. And like I say, you have to be light. It has to be a light touch. Don't go really heavy. Oh, actually, that looks really cool like that. I'm going to go with Cajun Craze this time now. So going across. Oh, look. We're liking that. And go and again. Right, so this time, what colour? This is soft suede now. Look at that. I'm going to stop now because I really like that. So, one of the tricks always with kind of inky, messy techniques is to stop before you do one more thing, because that one more thing is usually the thing that makes it a mess. I know this because this is what I do often. So what do we think about that? Look, it looks like real bricks. Debbie says she's adding this embossing folder to her wish list. Oh yes. I tell you, I think everybody should just buy all the embossing folders because they're so cool. I love that. Okay, so I am going to close up the ink pads each time because you guys know how messy I am and it will all go wrong. Okay, so we'll just pop that to one side and I will bring it back later. I'm going to turn the grid paper over so that I don't contaminate all the ink and wipe my fingers down a bit because look, messy. Messy. Right, let's turn it around. Okay. So let's try with this one now. So this is a set of 2 embossing folders, and I don't know what it's called, but I'll tell you because I've got my catalogue here. Oh, no, go the other way. It's a mini one. It is called Greenery. Okay, so this one is a full leaves pattern, but this one, I'll just tilt it, hopefully you'll be able to see, has got greenery at the top and the bottom, and it works so that you can get it on the top and bottom of a card. What I actually did was, let's think about this, I put it through the Big Shot like that. And my plan was, which I will do now, is to cut that little bit off. So there's only nearly. So there's only embossing on one bit, look. Yeah. Okay. So this time I'm going to have a little play with the Just Jade, so the little ink pad. So I'm going to, which way? I'm going to go this way. So again, just gently over all of it. And then I've turned it around, going back the other way. And then, would have been better if I'd have done the lighter colour first. This is a soft sea foam. And depending on how, inky your ink pads are, will depend on how much it actually covers over. And let's go with Pear Pizzazz. Oh, I'm liking that. Ta-ta-da. Right, and I am just going to go over again with Just Jade because I just want a bit darker on those bits, on the embossed bits. And I love this way it drags there, look. And I like it best if you drag the same direction. Yeah, look at that. So Chris is saying she likes it because I'm doing it, but she can't imagine the mess she'd make. Well, yeah, that's why I've got a wet wipe here, Chris. And, you know, just make sure you've got some grid paper down. Look, that's cool too, isn't it? I really like that. I like the way the white kind of highlights. And saying she loves the technique. Which bit looks like a shadow of the Eiffel Tower, Debbie? Is it this? That bit? Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I think it just adds to it. That's good. So Belinda's adding the Dandelion embossing folder to her wish list. Roz is loving the technique too. Yeah, you haven't even seen the Dandelion yet, so I'll pop that there. Okay, so then I've got the Magnolia embossing folder, and again I've put the paper in sideways so that I could get lots of the Magnolia in. So let's just get rid of that. So I did that on vanilla, that on white. This is obviously vanilla. I've got lots of pinks. So I've got Petal Pink, Blushing Bride and Rococo Rose. So let's have a play. Which way am I going? Yeah, I'll go top to bottom. So I'm starting out with Petal Pink. So Chris, you can ink the embossing folder, and that is a whole other technique that I will cover in one of my Facebook Lives. I've got it on my list. I don't know when that's going to be. It's a few weeks away. It's not in the next few weeks. But that's a whole different technique. But it does work. So, you know, play with that. So, Petal Pink. Look. So cool. Let's go with Blushing Bride. So Petal Pink is much more of an orange pink. That makes sense. And then this is Blushing Bride, which is more blue. And then we've got Rococo Rose. So I'm just going to be really light with this. Just to pick up the highlights. Blushing Bride down here. There. And then a final swipe. Ooh. With Petal Pink. Ooh. Oh no, it's gone too orangey now. Hang on. You know what I said about stop? Stop one before you think you need to. There we go. There we go. That looks like it's glowing, doesn't it? That's so cool. Makes a lovely background. Christine's arrived. Hi Christine, lovely to see you. Don't worry about being late. You can watch it on the replay. So there we go. So let me just show you the three that I've done. So they work really well. Different colours, different shading. Right, I'm just going to wipe my hands again. So then I'm just going to get on with the dandelions. I've got my watch on today, and look, it's telling me, it can't tell me the time because it's out of battery. Not good, is it? Ooh, ooh. Right, more grid paper. Right, now I'm hoping that that's in shot now. Let's just wait for it to catch up. Okay, so for this one, I'm using a Seaside Spray, Highland Heather and Rococo Rose. And obviously you have seen the embossing folder already. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one in Whisper White, but I'm also going to do one in Very Vanilla, just to kind of see how it goes. So I'm just open these ink pads up. So Could somebody give me a quick time check, please? Somebody in the UK as opposed to somebody from overseas, because that would be really confusing. Whilst I have a slurp of my tea. Christine says she's loving these colours. Yeah, they are really pretty colours. So I'm going to start with Seaside Spray. And again, just really, really lightly. Okay. So I'm actually going to show you what this looks like if you just do it in one colour. $2.45, perfect. Okay, so just do it in one colour works really well. So that's Seaside Spray on Seaside Spray on Rococo Rose. No, let's try it that way round. No, that way round. So that would work like that. Okay, so that is just, I would have to put that on a blue background, that's not going to work for me. So I love that. The detail on this dandelion is fab. So, you know, the ink is picked up, and by me going in all four directions, I've got like a soft feathered edge all the way around, as well as the highlights. Okay, so that's just one colour. So what I'll do, actually, let me get another one, and I am going to just do this. So I've got another one. Okay, so I will just put them side by side actually, because this one's actually got a bit more ink on it. Okay, so you can see this is dried a little bit, it's a bit darker. But then I'm going to go over with Highland Heather, and look. It was going to happen. Seriously, it was going to happen, wasn't it? So this ink pad is way too inky. I'm not entirely sure I can repair this, but yeah, we'll just keep going. Might have to go back to the other one. Yeah. Okay, that is not going to work. You see, it does happen. Yeah. Shall we try that one again? Right. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start with this Highland Heather and just go really lightly. Okay. Like super light. There we go. And then go in with the Seaside Spray, because that's going to work better. There we go. That's much better. I'm going to show you that ink pad in a second, because I don't want you to worry. Ooh. Okay, so can you see that here the ink pad is lighter? Can you see that? So that's just because I'm using that ink at that edge. It will just settle out. If you're worried about it, you can just use a spoon just to press the ink further down. Okay, so I'm now going to go over with the Rococo Rose and just very lightly. So what's actually happening now is obviously I've got the blue and the purple, and it's now just pulling in the pink. And then I'm just going to go over again with the blue. Just to pull that blue as the, not necessarily as the main colour, but certainly it kind of pulls all the colours together. Now, obviously, if you're worried about your fingers getting inky, do wear gloves. So I'm just gonna pull that together. I am going to have to trim this down because this is too big for the card blank. Okay, so let's play with the colours. So what do we think? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Ooh. So I need some help. Which colours? I think we're going to have to go this way, actually. So, maybe not. Maybe this way. What do you like? So, the blue or the pink? Choices, choices. So Highland Heather is the base, yeah. I think it needs to go with the Rococo actually. Yeah, so Highland Heather is the base, definitely, but what about this pink layer? So Janet's saying blue. Blue, 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 blue. Yay! You see, I would always have gone for blue. and I have to stop myself from going for blue every time. But interestingly, it's not that blue. Actually, this blue, it's actually Seaside Spray. Yeah. That's why it didn't look right. There we go, look. That's Balmy Blue. That's Seaside Spray. Ooh, Roz, I like your thought process. Hang on. Ooh. Ooh, okay. I like Roz's thought, hang on. This is card making by proxy. Yeah. Yeah, no, Roz, you are so right. That works perfectly. Thank you, Roz. My design guru of the day. Perfect. Right, this will have a sentiment on it, everyone. I promise. It will, it will. Just not yet. But yeah. Look at that. We like that. So no blue. I'm just going to put a little happy birthday on there. Rosie's asking if she can borrow you when she's making cards. Yeah, that's good. Maybe we need to do more of that. Maybe we need to do more of which colour goes with which. Let's try this. Let's try that. Yeah. Are we all happy with this? I love it. You all need this embossing folder. So there's the seaside spray. So let me just, that seaside spray on seaside spray. It's not gonna, let me just pop that there. So that's seaside spray on seaside spray, but I have to say I like it now with the white border better. And saying it's a gorgeous way to make quick cards. It absolutely is. And I think what we can do with embossing folders is, you know, it can give us so many different options. So they're the other colours and things that I did. So don't forget about this brick embossing folder. You all need that one as well as this one. Because this is just so awesome for different things. So you want to find a Christmas folder that you could do this with. Well, Amanda, you might find some on the 4th of August. There's quite a few. So there's some really lovely ones in the new book. I do have another card to show you. So there's another embossing folder. So there's this one. Let me just move these out of the way. This is called Old Paper, Old World Paper. Hang on, I will tell you. It is called Old World Paper. And it's so thick. It's really textured. And I did the same technique with this card. Using lots of sort of dark greens and things to make this texture, but it would work really well, this embossing folder, with some sort of pale browns and things, so it would look like paper, but I just went with greens. So this is the travel set. Okay, so let me pop these back down because these are the ones I showed you today. Oh, and that one. Let's see. Okay. So there you go. So there's all of them. Right. So I am going to wrap up then for today. Does anyone have any questions? And can you let me know? Is the picture quality good and clear, and can you see me and hear me clearly, just to double check, because obviously I'm going to be thinking about filming up here more often. So Anne is asking a question. Oh, and yeah, what I meant to say this earlier. I would really like to answer some of your crafting questions. So If you can come armed with some crafting questions over the next few weeks when you're here at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, or you can email me your questions, amanda@inspiringinkin.com, and then I will try and cover do a little bit of Q&A as well. Anne wants to know if you can use old folders with the new machine. So, the new machine, which is this one, the new machine is where? I'm finding it. It's here, look. So it's called the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and there's a big one and a diddy one. So the big one is being released for demonstrators on the 4th of August and for customers in September, and it's really cool because you can see here it folds up, so it just takes a smaller space. So yes, it is compatible with all your existing dies and embossing folders, and it comes with a base plate, a die plate, 2 cutting plates and a speciality plate. And then we're going to be able to get all of the additional ones as well. So you'll be able to get them for the 2 different sizes. But all of our existing dies will work. So yeah, so that's really cool. Belinda, thank you. Debbie, thank you. Chris, thank you. They're all saying it is good and clear. I'm thrilled. That's really good. Yeah, Viv, lovely. And Christine saying it's all good. Brilliant. Ros is liking the selection and the technique. And everything great in the spare room. Yes, thank you, and thank you, Nicola. Yes, to all my questions. Ros, we don't have a date yet for the little machine. As soon as I know, and I'm allowed to tell you, then I will tell you. But we haven't been given a date yet at all. So I don't know when it's coming. Brilliant. So Anne is saying thank you for today as well. So thank you everyone for joining me today. I will have this on replay for you tomorrow if you are if you're on my blog or YouTube. Obviously on Facebook the replay will be going live pretty much as soon as I've finished and pressed save it. But I will see you next Tuesday at 2. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you again soon. Goodbye.